Ever wonder if the rags to riches story is a little embellished? We love to celebrate the hustle, the overcoming of obstacles that can be made. But what about the stars who never have those obstacles? Uh, it's easy to assume everyone started from the same place, but the reality is often very different. Um, let's take a look at some of your favorite celebrities who were born into wealth and privilege. Uh, Aubrey Graham, better known as Drake, didn't grow up in the gritty streets, often depicted in his music. He was raised in the affluent Forest Hill neighborhood of Toronto, attended Jewish day school, and even had a bar mitzvah. His upbringing was a world away from the struggles many rappers portray, and critics often point to this when analyzing his lyrics. Rick Ross crafted a persona of a drug kingpin, but his past was surprisingly different. Before becoming a rap superstar, he worked as a correctional officer. This was eventually exposed, creating controversy around his authenticity. It turns out the street image was a carefully constructed facade. Travis Scott, now a global music icon, grew up in a middle-class suburban area of Missouri City, Texas. Uh, he attended private schools and participated in musical theater. His parents provided a stable environment, a stark contrast to the chaotic aesthetic he later curated. Tyga initially claimed to be from the rough streets of Compton, but footage surfaced of him as a child on a game show, stating he grew up in the Valley Valley. This revealed a comfortable suburban upbringing, contradicting his early image. It seems some stories are more carefully crafted than others' natives. Uh, Kanye West, a creative force, was raised in a middle class environment by his mother, Donda West, a university professor, Gradiest Academy. He even spent part of his childhood living in China before returning to the suburbs of Chicago. Um, uh, this stable upbringing provided him with the resources to pursue his artistic passions and Chance the rapper's success wasn't solely about talent. He grew up in a middle class neighborhood in Chicago with a father who was politically connected, working for Barack Obama and Rahm Emanuel. This provided access to resources and opportunities that many others don't have. O'Shea Jackson Jr., known for portraying his father in Straight Outta Compton, didn't experience the hardships that inspired NWA's music. He grew up in the wealthy neighborhoods of Calabasas and Tarzana, attending an expensive private school. Effectively, as 18 minutes to this, it what the person for me started to be common ways a story. Jaden Smith, as the son of Will and Jada Pinkett Smith, has lived a life of immense privilege. He's never known financial insecurity and was introduced to the entertainment industry at a young age. His early lyrics sometimes alluded to hardships that didn't align with his upbringing. Danfield by John. Willow Smith also achieved success with the full backing of her Camus parents. She grew up in a massive estate with access to the best resources, and her punk rock phase was produced within a safety net of extreme wealth. Uh, it's a different world when you don't have to worry about making ends meet. To uh, and Zoe Kravitz, the daughter of Lenny Kravitz and Lisa Bonet, um,
Grew up surrounded by artistic elites.
she spent her childhood between affluent homes in the US and the Bahamas, and her path to acting was smoothed by her famous last name. John David Washington, the son of Denzel Washington, grew up in a protective and wealthy bubble. He attended private school and excelled in sports, and his entry into Hollywood was facilitated by his father's immense stature. Tracy Ellis Ross, daughter of Diana Ross, grew up in a world of glamour and excess. Ross. She attended elite boarding schools and enjoyed a childhood filled with privilege. It's a far cry from the struggles that many face in pursuing a career in entertainment. Rashida Jones, daughter of Quincy Jones and Peggy Lipton, uh, grew up in Bel Air and attended an exclusive school. Her childhood was filled with visits from the most famous entertainers in history. It's so also a different level of access and opportunity. Uh, um, I mean, Nicole Richie built a brand on the comedy of a wealthy socialite pretending to struggle. She's never known a life without servants or luxury cars. Um, it's a performance built on a foundation of privilege. Sophia Richie continued the family tradition of living a life of luxury. She's a fixture at high fashion events, and her success is largely due to her family connections. It's a world where opportunities are handed to you. Romeo, as the son of Master P, was a millionaire before he was a teenager. He grew up with access to everything money could buy, and his path to success was paved with privilege. It's a different kind of hustle. Uh, Gigi Simmons, also raised in the spotlight, launched a rap career with high production value music videos and major label backing. He had access to resources and opportunities that most aspiring rappers can only dream of, right? Coi Leray, daughter of Benzino, grew up around the music industry, and had early access to studio time and connections. Her success wasn't built from the ground up. It was built on a foundation of privilege. Saweetie, raised in a middle class environment, had highly educated parents, and attended prestigious universities. Her icy persona is backed by a solid educational foundation and a comfortable upbringing. Steph Curry, son of NBA player Del Curry, grew up with access to professional training facilities uh, and and opportunities. His journey to the NBA was paved with privilege. It's a different theme when you have a head start Um, Kobe Bryant, son of NBA player Joe Jellybean Bryant, spent part of his childhood in Italy and grew up with a supportive family. His path to success was paved with privilege and opportunity. That Grant Hill, son of an NFL player and an attorney, grew up with access to resources and opportunities. His background was often contrasted with the street um, aesthetic of other players. Uh, Maya Rudolph, daughter of Minnie Riperton and Richard Rudolph, grew up in the Westwood neighborhood of Los Angeles and attended an exclusive school. Her childhood was filled with visits from the most famous entertainers in history. Issa Rae, raised in a wealthy enclave of Potomac, Maryland, had a stable upbringing and attended prestigious universities. Um, Her success wasn't about overcoming hardship, it was about expressing her creativity. And Lori Harvey, stepdaughter of Steve Harvey, grew up with immense luxury and has established herself uh, as a model and socialite. Uh, Her success is largely due to her family connections. Uh, Evan Ross, son of Diana Ross, grew up in a world of extreme wealth and privilege. He pursued acting and music with the full support of his mother's legendary connections. Um, Reginae Carter, daughter of Lil Wayne, uh, grew up with access to everything money could buy, and has appeared on various reality shows. Her success is largely due to her family connections. Corinne Fox, daughter of Jamie Foxx, had a seamless entry into the entertainment world thanks to her father's guidance and status. It's a different game when you have a famous parent, a famous uh, base to different. And so next time you hear Rags to Riches story, remember that some people start with a little more than just a dream. And it's not to diminish their talent or hard work, but to acknowledge the privilege that often plays a role. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, we'll see you next time.